So this is USDCAD analysis for Monday the 11th of June. Now let's have a look at in prices and where prices may likely go. So we did identify this in around the 130 and at 130.50 as being an area where we have previously found resistance. So we had this consolidation beneath this 130 level. We've had a brief break of the 130. We didn't quite get up towards our 130.50. We traded as high as the in around the 130.30s. We did have a spike towards that 130.50. Didn't quite get it. We had a spike up towards that 130.40, from which we have seen the sell side momentum come back into the market here on the USDCAD. So we didn't quite get towards that 30.50, but we weren't able to close above the 130 level, from which we did see pretty sharp sell side momentum come back into the market, breaking beyond even the 129.44, and had prices head all the way down towards that 129.20 at the close. Now we've had a subsequent gap up in the market as the market opened this week. We've gapped up near the 130 level, and as we can see from a gap towards that 130, we've had the sell side momentum return to the market here on the USDCAD. We've had a brief pullback above this 129.44, but we do seem poised for a test of that 129.44 here on the USDCAD. So if we can hold support at 129.44, we're looking for a move back up towards our 130. If we can successfully break 130, move up towards our 130.50. Again, we're looking to see if we do find resistance around at 130.50. But if there is sufficient buy side momentum to take us beyond 130.50, there is a possibility of prices heading up towards that 131, an area we previously found resistance. More likely, I would think, would be possibly if we do have a break of the 129.44. We're then looking for a move down towards this 129. We'd have to be aware of the 400 period moving average sitting slightly above the 129 and just below the 129.44. We're looking for a move down towards 129. If we aren't able to hold support at 129, we'll be then looking for a move down towards that 128.39 here on the USDCAD. 128.39 here on the USDCAD, and again to the upside 131 will be the level that we are looking at. A brief look here at the higher time frames. So if I have a look here at the monthly chart first, let's get on here correct. As we can see here, more recently we've had the sell-off, formed our lows, had a brief pullback, posted higher lows relative to the previous lows on the daily chart, and we've gone into this consolidation here on the USDCAD. Do seem somewhat bullish. We have not seen a breakdown, so we do still seem a bit bullish, even though there's a degree of indecisiveness. There's a slight bias to the long side here on the USDCAD. So if we do see the momentum play out, we are looking for prices to head into the mid 30s here on the USDCAD, especially if we can break and hold above the 131 from a monthly time frame perspective. What we'll do now is we'll have a look here at the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, we can see here we have our lows. We have our lows there, our higher lows, brief pullback, posted higher lows again. We are going to this consolidation, somewhat tight consolidation. So I shouldn't say a tight consolidation. An upwards consolidation here on the, it's got the kind of grinding price action to the upside on the USDCAD. We've had a few dojis over the past couple of weeks, suggesting a degree of indecision in the market in around that 131. But there still appears to be a slight bias to the long side here on the USDCAD. So there is a possibility of prices slowly making its way up towards that 131 and possibly breaking and heading towards that 131.88 or possibly that 132.54 on the USDCAD. And we'll briefly have a look here at the daily chart. So over on the daily chart, we can see here we have our highs in around that 131, slightly above that 131. I think it's around that 131.20. Sharp sell-off, found support around that 25.30. Brief move here to the upside consolidation, had a move towards that 130, sharp sell-off again down towards that 27.56, found resistance around 129, held the 127.56 for a period of time before breaking above the 130, weren't able to close above it for any significant period of time. Another pullback, posted higher lows relative to previous lows around 27.56, held in around 28.39 for support. And again, we've had a couple of tests of that 130 level, but more recently, we've not been able to close above it from a daily time frame perspective. So 130 is proving somewhat problematic. Do appear to have some bearish impetus in around 130 level. Bears have not relinquished the position as of yet, so we'll look to see whether we do continue to hold. If we do longer, we do continue to hold. Possibly there might be retracement down to the downside, possibly down towards 128.39 here on the US dollar CAD. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar CAD analysis. Thanks for watching.